Well, hello and welcome to I Love Gay today. And we are recording for our very first time here in Los Angeles at a new studio we've just set up. And we are so honored that we're here with Denise Warner from Whiskey Rock Lounge. How are you?
I am so good, and I'm so jealous that you're in Palm Springs. So jealous.
What's crazy is that we had to do things the hard way, right? Because you're an American, but you're living in London, and we're normally from the East Coast. We would have been in the same time zone, and here we are in LA. So with even an 8 or 9 hour time difference, we made this work.
National. Yeah, this is fantastic. It was a little bit of math, wasn't it, working out the time?
But we did well.
For me, yeah.
No, I love what you do because even the reason we're here, I've said this before on this show, but the reason we're here is because you and I, we've been engaged with each other online, and I discovered you because you not only post and share about your podcast, but you're engaged with people, and you're actually treating the audience as like a two-way street, that there's people on the other side, and you and I just sort of bumped into each other.
Yeah, it was, like I follow a lot of people. I really do. And for some reason, like sometimes they just don't, maybe they're not tweeting as much, and I feel like I'm not getting enough gay content anymore. Like I'm so sick, and I shouldn't say it because I'm really overloaded with politics on my feed. And I was like, you know what? I got to add some more gay stuff. And I went through and I liked the stuff that you were putting out there. And I was like, following.
As a side note, but we won't go too far down that road. It's people, I think sometimes Twitter is misunderstood. And so with Twitter, if you want to see politics and screaming or whatever else you want to see, all you have to do is just sort of hover over it. You don't have to like, you just sort of hover and look, and Twitter kind of goes, oh, she likes that. And when people ask me, like, how do you get rid of that? I always tell them, hover and look at other stuff. If you want to look at other stuff, you have to start not only looking at it, but then engaging with it, follow, and then eventually Twitter will realize, oh, that's what you like. But it's the same thing Facebook and Instagram do. It's just simpler for them because they're just showing you things from people you're connected to. But Twitter brings ideas out from outside, second degree. So it's tricky because if they can get past the misunderstanding part, they could actually be discovering all sorts of things they would like.
It's true. For a long time, I used to say Twitter is just kind of like a cesspool of hate.
Yeah.
It's like, and you control, you don't realize it, but you control that. Like, so don't look at that, find other things, retweet something nice, retweet something good. It's like, it takes a long time to get it where you want it, but you got to keep doing it. You can't just, get complacent, So yeah, that's what I was doing. I was on a hunt for some good gay, in media, topics. And I love that, like, yours is, it's so many levels. I love gay comedy. I love gay movies. Like, I was just like, oh my God, I've hit the jackpot here.
and it's all connected. And that's the part, if you like comedy and you like theater, and then so you'll be more open and exposed to new theater things or new comedy shows that you didn't really know about. And we're just part of that sandbox, and you're part of the sandbox.
Fantastic.
I know.
I love it. I feel like it's all in one place for me. Like it's made it really easy. Yeah. So thank you for what you're doing.
Well, thanks. And but you've got this podcast out there now, Whiskey Rock Lounge. Yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
It's a little like I did the Lesbian Lounge for a good 13 years, and we were very formatted. Like, I don't know that a lot of people know this because we were able to go, just off on a hayride every now and then, but get right back on track, and it was 2 hours, and it was very formulated, and people like that. Like, we had different segments and whatnot, and it was fun, but it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. Monday, I would start work the minute we finished a show on Wednesday. I would start on Thursday for the following week, and I would work right up until it was time to go on the air. So it was very informational, and we wanted to promote. Yeah. Like, if you had a book, if you had an art show, if you had a new TV show, and that was always our idea, was to just get the word out for people, because it was so hard. If you actually took the time to have a project, we wanted to give you a showcase, and let people know about it. So that was the idea behind it. With what I'm doing now, my co-host is a singer and a songwriter. like very different than just sitting with your bestie and,
Yeah.
shooting it. You know what I mean? It's very different. Even though JD, her name is JD Danner. She's from South Florida. She's got a huge following. And she's like played the Bluebird Cafe in Nashville. She's played at the, when it was the Houston stadium for the open for the Indianapolis Colts, like halftime show. Yeah. Like, she's very professional. Yeah. But we've always had a lot in common as friends. Like I used to follow her career, go see her play and whatnot. And we'd hang out and, meet up for burgers and stuff. And always had a really good rapport together. Yeah. And we had a lot in common. We have big Italian families that are really funny, that rule our lives, and we know it, and we can't break free of it, but it's a constant topic. But, during the pandemic, a lot of live performers were hit so hard, like everything just stopped for them. And, I was kind of taking a break. Donna found a great job. I tried doing it on my own, and it felt weird talking to no one, just talking to it felt really, really weird. So I was just like, nope. And I just started producing other people's podcasts, and that was really fun. You get to listen to them, you get to piece them together and, pick themes and whatnot. And I liked that. It was good. And it was a way to not have to work as hard. Yeah. But I kept our feed alive, and it brought us a lot of different subscribers that were interested in the new content that I was putting up there. Yeah. And then JD contacted me out of the blue and said, I'm thinking about maybe doing a podcast. Like, I'm so bored right now. Like, I can't play out. I can't play anywhere. And I just thought it would be really fun. And so much. She used to be on our show all the time. Yeah. And she was like, so much about podcasts. Would you want to help, want to be involved, want to be a guest? And I was like, dude, I'll co-host with you. Well, and so we started talking about things we had in common. And one of the big ones was whiskey. Like, we like to taste and try different whiskeys, scotches, bourbons, all that kind of stuff. And that was what, that was one of the things that we touched on. And her music, like, I love her music, and I love that she, it always has a purpose. Yeah. Like, so it's like she won't just write a song to write a song because this is going to sound good. There's purpose behind it, and it has like meaning. Like, she's toured for troops, and she's very involved with that. And it was always something I admired, the way she always like gave back in some sense. And so I thought that we have a lot we can talk about. And when we start running low or whatever, we'll just I'll reach in the Lesbian Lounge grab bag, and we'll schedule a guest. And JD, like, she didn't have a chance to interview those people way back when. So it was all new to her. And it's been really great reconnecting with some of the people that I've had on the show, like 10, 12 years ago. Like, we had Suzanne Westenhofer on, and it was such a joy to be back in that atmosphere with Suzanne, bouncing all over every topic imaginable and keeping us on our toes. And we're getting, I like to like blue check guests for a change. Like, we got Michelle Bonilla, who's an amazing actress that started, way back when. She's got like a 30-year career, and she was one of the first actresses to play an out lesbian on ER way back. And I've always been a fan. And again, on Twitter, I just said, I'm going to take a shot. I'm just going to take a shot. I'm going to DM her and ask, and boom, if you don't step up to the plate, you never know whether you're going to get a hit.
And plus, it's your energy. And also, I will throw out there that not only do I love your energy, but also your comedic style. So on Twitter, your pinned tweet about talking about cats and dogs, that's hilarious.
Isn't it though? Like, how many times do you run across that? Like, are you a cat person or a dog person? Is it really about that? Or is it about whether you want to feel a warm poo in your hand in a bag or a kitten you want to scoop? Yeah.
I love it.
No, so like I'm a cat person through and through. Got one cat sleeping over there. Got one cat upstairs keeping my wife company while she's doing her ironing. And Yeah. I mean, at some point, maybe it would be cool to have a dog, but I'm not going to be the one that picks that poo up right now, Matt. I'm telling you, not going to happen.
I love it. I love it. Well, this is great, and this is the best part is that that they're short and sweet, but it really what I'm excited about is that our audience gets a chance to know who you are behind the scenes on some of these podcasts, because I think that's amazing.
Yeah, we do talk a lot like about our family stuff because we're Jay and we're around the same age. And her dad passed away, my dad passed away. Her mom's a little bit older, my mom's a little bit older. And so we have the stories about like trying to get them to understand technology.
Yeah.
Like JD's mom kept going live on Facebook and didn't know and was just like had no clue. And then like her and her sisters have to like call her up and go, Mom, you're on live on Facebook. And with me, it's the opposite. Like I'm trying to get my mother to learn about like video calling, so we'll do like a Viber chat and we'll put the video on. And then the next thing you know, Matt, 1/2 an hour, I'm looking up her nose.
Yeah.
Or I'm looking into her ear because she forgets the video's on. So she's talking like this. And I'm like, oh, wow. Front and center, Mom, front and center. So, it's, we have good stories like that.
I love it. Well,
and we're both a little bit
germaphobic. I'm gonna make sure there's links to all that you do in the description of the video. And I really look forward to kind of keeping these conversations going and
we're splashing our stuff kind of like across the socials. So we're on Instagram, we're at Whiskey Rock Lounge, Facebook, the Whiskey Rock Lounge, and Twitter, we're at whiskey_pod. Okay. And we're working on a website. We're thinking about bringing on like a producer to kind of teach us some things because we're a little techno-tardish. So, we're gonna get better. Like we're on episode 50 and we're still mediocre, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get better. We're gonna learn more. Yeah. And we're gonna just keep doing what we're doing because we're having a lot of fun. It's it's been like I said, it's been great reconnecting with some guests, but we like to every now and then like kind of pick at each other. And she'll find out like things about me that she never knew, and I'll find out things about her. Sometimes I just like blow her mind. Like I'll be like, did you know I had a goldfish named Gloria Estefan in 2013? What? Where did that even come from? Something I needed you to know.
I love it. Well, again, thanks so much for being here with us. And
it's been a blast, and I'm really, really excited we got to do this because I love what you guys are doing and what you're putting out there. And I'm all about it. So, when you're ready to throw this up, like hit me up and we'll get it out to a combination of our followers.
You got it. Well, thanks again for being here and look forward to seeing you.
Take care, Matt.
Bye-bye.